Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to learn if then else and if statement. This statement is considered as first conditional statement of programming, and the purpose of this statement to attempt or not to attempt any task according to condition. Tasks can be single or tasks can be multiple. Right? So the purpose of if then else statement is it can be used to attempt a task or multiple tasks according to condition. Means the verification of the condition decides whether the task has to be attempted or not to be attempted. The structure, if you talk about the structure of if then else statement, so it is if condition then task else tasks and if. That is the basic structure of if then else and if statement. Right after the keyword if, there will be a condition or multiple conditions, right, by using and or operators. Then task, it can be a single task or multiple tasks which can be written in multiple lines. Else tasks as means else can also be used to produce multiple tasks as output, and then to close if, it will be and if. Okay, keep one thing in your mind, that if the condition is passed or if the condition is verified, task of then will be attempted. If the condition is passed or verified, task of then will be attempted. And if the condition is not passed or if the condition is failed or not verified, task of else will be attempted. That is the structure of if then else statement, right? I'm not talking about if then else if else statement right now. I'm talking about if then else statement only. These are the two key points related to this statement. If then else is a conditional statement which we do use according to requirement. If we want a task to be attempted according to condition, or the rejection of task is based on the condition, then the best choice is if then else statement. If the condition is passed or if the condition is verified, then the task of then will be attempted and the task of else will be rejected. And if the condition is failed or if the condition is not verified, then the task of else will be attempted. Okay, now class, we have an object. Write a program to input a number and find whether it is even or odd. We need to write a pseudo code, we need to write a program, we need to draw a flow chart according to which we shall decide whether the input number is even or odd. We do identify an even number or odd number by dividing it from 2. If a number is completely divisible by 2, means if it gives remainder 0 without the involvement of decimal point, it is considered as even number. And if a number is not completely divisible by 2, it will be considered as odd number according to mathematical rules of mathematics. Right? So first I shall go for the Python code. Let me open Python. If, then, else, and if statement. I do save it at the desktop. Save. Now I shall select a number. For this purpose, I shall select num is equals to int 0. Bracket close. Right now, I am writing the program on Python. Enter, print, inverted comma, enter any number. I also need to select another variable, that will be remainder. That is equals to int 0. Now print, a message should be on the screen. I shall check the number by dividing it from 2, whether it is giving a remainder 0 or not. Right? So that's why I selected two variables. First is num, or let me mark it as number. And the second is remainder, in which the remainder value will be stored. Print, enter any number, inverted comma close, bracket close. Number is equals to int input, bracket open, bracket close, bracket close. This statement is complete. Now two phases have been done. Now the third phase, remainder is equals to number. To find the remainder in Python, we shall use the symbol of percentage 2. Now the value of number will be divided by 2 and the remainder will be recorded in the variable remainder. So let me check whether it is correct or not. Control S, F5, enter any number 5. It is accepted, means the program is correct till now. Now I shall go back to programming mode. Print str. I need to convert the remainder into a string data type for concatenation in Python. That is mandatory. Now look at the structure of if then else statement on Python. It will be if remainder is equals to according to the structure of Python, we need to use 2 equals to sign in comparison. If remainder is equals to 0 colon, and you people can see that cursor is a bit forward from the starting point. That is the accurate structure of if then else statement on Sudo Code. If remainder is equals to 0 colon, print bracket open str remainder bracket close for concatenation plus inverted comma is even number. Means after the calculation, if the remainder is 0, then the actual number will be considered as, sorry, it must be number, not remainder. then the number is considered as even number. Okay, then press enter. Now you can see that cursor on the screen is a bit forward from the starting point. You need to go back for else. Press the backspace key and you shall be at the starting point of the screen. Now you shall type else colon print str number plus inverted comma is odd number, inverted comma close, bracket close, control S. There is no need to end if on Python. Okay class, there is no need to end if on Python. Control S, F5. I hope there must not be any error in the code. Enter any number. I type 5. 5 is odd number. Look at the program and look at the output. If remainder is equals to 0, print str number is even number. Else print str number. Keep one thing in your mind, in Python programming language, for concatenation, every other data type must be converted into a string data type. That's why I use function of str. Okay, so look at the output. The output is 5 is odd number. It means the condition was not verified. If we divide 5 by 2, the answer will be 2.5, means decimal point is involved, right? So the condition is failed actually. If remainder is equals to 0, condition is failed. That's why task of else is attempted. If I do run the program again, and now I do type 10, enter, 10 is even number. Means it is checking the number by dividing it from 2, that whether it is giving remainder 0 or any other number. Since we are dividing any number by 2, so the remainder possibilities are only 2, that is 0 and 1. We have only 2 possibilities of remainder. One possibility is 0 and the other possibility is 1. And according to value, it will decide. We have made the condition in the program that if remainder is equals to 0, that is the structure of Python, right? If remainder is equals to 0, then print str number plus is even number, else print str number is odd number. So that is the program of if then else statement, in which we decide whether an input number is even or not. Okay, now class, we have done the code on Python and the output has been checked. According to odd numbers, it is giving this statement, the number is odd. And according to even number, according to the program, it is outputting that number is even. Now we are moving towards pseudo code. How the pseudo code will be done for this program. Okay, let me copy the whole program. Control C, and I shall paste it here. Now I only need to make changes according to requirement of the, or according to the rules of pseudo code. Number should be number, declare number, value 0 as integer. Declare remainder, value 0 as integer. Brackets will be removed. There is no need to mention brackets. Print, enter any number, and it will be input number. Then remainder is equals to, it will be left indicator number. In pseudocode, for remainder we shall use mod function, number mod 2. Now comes to the side of condition. If remainder, there is no need to mention 2 equals to signs for comparison. If remainder is equals to 0, now accept this colon, I shall type then. Number plus is even number, else print and at the end I need to type endif. So that is the pseudo code. Keep one thing in your mind, that alignment of text or alignment of statements according to condition are very much mandatory, right? Right after if remainder is equals to 0, then print is about half inch forward from the starting point. Right after else, print is about half inch forward from the starting point. So we need to keep these things in mind. These are the rules of pseudo coding, right? And these rules will be discussed in the class in more detail.